Right, so the transfer window is very, very swiftly moving forwards, and we're really just going to talk about what Leeds have done so far, and what potentially the future is holding for us within the next couple of weeks. I think when making videos, trying to bring updates forward, it becomes very, very frustrating. You're looking at the news, you're looking at all the kind of the publications, and you're just willing for that big one, you know, that involving Leeds. You want to see Bielsa signing. You want to see, you know, something concrete. And while that hasn't quite happened just yet, it is reassuring to know that there are signings happening and Leeds are making moves in the transfer window. Now, yesterday we all had a very, very big kind of scare. We had the reports from Football Insider that Brighton had rejected a £30 million bid for Ben White. Now, I believe it came out later that it wasn't true, but we are preparing to make a third bid. Now, when I got the news about Brighton turning down the 30 million, it really put a damper on my day. I thought, okay, that's it now, it's done. There's no way that we can continue just pushing this. Otherwise, we're just being taken advantage of. I'm not sure what the third bid is going to be. Remember, we made the two previous being 18.5 and then 22. What do you think the third bid is going to be? I mean, it's got to be upwards of 25 million, right? With some hefty add-ons. But I don't think we can be held to ransom by Brighton here. My thoughts on this situation, I mean, I was looking at the whole FreeBenWhite saga on Twitter, and you know, there were elements of it that I found a little bit embarrassing as a Leeds fan. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are, because let's not get it twisted. We are a big club. Arguably, we are far bigger than Brighton. We are far bigger than Brighton. Look at the trophies we've won. And this movement, essentially, of our fans begging Brighton to let Ben White come over, we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be begging for a player. We've made 2 serious bids for serious money for a player that we rate highly, for a player that we made this good. You know, Bielsa has managed to work his magic, and I'm completely of the opinion that he'll do the same to another centre back. I would love to see Ben White come back. If Brighton are adamant that he is going to be playing first team football with them, fine, more power to them. He's their player. He is under contract with them. So I think this, the third and final bid, whatever it will be, needs to be our final stance. Otherwise, it will just get embarrassing, and other teams will know that they can take advantage of us. There was a report from a BBC journalist, actually, who was echoing a lot of this, saying that we've made the 2 bids, Brighton have turned them down, we're preparing the third. If we leave this too late and we let it drag on, look what happened with signing JKA. We spent the majority of that window after Che Adams, and then when that didn't happen, we very quickly had to go for JKA, and that turned out to be one of kind of Orta's failures. We don't want the same thing to happen with Ben White. It's relatively early in the transfer window. Make that third bid. Let's put some power behind it. You know, let's raise the sum over maybe 25. I think it's worth that. Maybe not quite touching 30 million. And if it doesn't work, then fine. Okay, we tried. You can have him. Let's move on. There are other alternatives available. I did read that Foyth from Spurs saying that he is happy to stay at Tottenham and fight for his place under Mourinho, which is a little bit of a blow for us. But again, you know, there are others out there that we can look at, and we can start again seriously scouting. So I think what we'll do to kind of round off this video is talk about the signings that have already happened, the incomings and the outgoings of the club for the window so far. Now, we've made we've sent 3 players out on loan. One of them being Ryan Edmondson, the striker, to Aberdeen, who unfortunately suffered an injury in training and is now back at Leeds, which is a disaster for him and his career. And I'm gutted for him. He has got so much talent, bags of talent, and this could have been a real opportunity for him to showcase what he's made of and potentially come back and have a place on the bench and really push the likes of Gelhardt and Bamford. So I'm absolutely gutted for him, but I'm hoping it's a speedy recovery. I saw that it could take up to about 3 months. We've also sent the likes of Lawrence de Bock and Kun Temenchikov. I'm not sure how we pronounce it. I think we just call him Kun. But they've both gone out on loan. De Bock, I think, is loaned to buy, and then hopefully we'll see the back of him. We get him off the wage bill. He's never done anything for the club. And Kun hopefully get some more experience. The concrete signings that we've brought in, we've made Helder Costa a permanent signing. Fantastic. Okay, that's talent we've got on the wing. We saw what happened to Harrison in his 2nd season. He was so much more improved after having the kind of pre-season training and having that experience under his belt. Costa's going to be a revelation this year, and he will tear Premier League teams apart. He really will. He has the pace, he'll grow in confidence, and he will get goals. Costa, I think, is going to be deadly this year. Harrison comes back on another loan. Again, it's smart business. We knew this was going to happen. But they have recently kind of confirmed all of that, loaning another season-long loan from Manchester, and we'll be buying him for about 10 million at the end of the season. I really like that. Harrison is only going to be getting better and better. He hasn't quite hit his ceiling yet. Obviously, there are questions about delivery, but again, solid. He's a Premier League player. Illan Meslier, our goalkeeper, I believe should be our number 1. I have complete faith in the young Frenchman, that he has what it takes to be a fantastic goalkeeper in the Premier League. He showed against Arsenal. His distribution was amazing, confident shot stopping, and again, a little bit of training, a little bit of experience, maybe have some competition for him if we get a backup. Meslier is a fantastic signing, and I'm really looking forward to what he can produce in the Premier League. The 2 youngsters, Joe Gelhardt from Wigan and Charlie Allen from Linfield, both really highly rated prospects coming in, and obviously they're not first team football, but we're building a really strong academy unit that in a few years' time is going to have some sensational results, whether or not we are flipping these young players for a huge profit, or we are seeing future stars in the making. We had the news of Jamie Shackleton signing a new 4-year deal, one of Leeds' homegrown. That kid is going to be a star. I'd compare him to the likes of Gilmore at Chelsea, or he could be a younger version of like a Mason Mount. So super important to tie these youngsters down. And then even though these haven't been kind of made official yet, we have the signings of Cody Drama from Fulham, the youngster under 18 England international who looks amazing. We beat the likes of Chelsea for his signature. He's basically there. He's done his medical. He's already agreed to personal terms. We're just waiting on the announcement. And Danny van den Heuvel, the young goalkeeper from Ajax. Ajax, not Ajax. Again, Van den Heuvel, a project for the future. We know that Kamil Miazek may be falling out of favour. He might be heading off somewhere on loan. Van den Heuvel is good to kind of maybe play with the under-23s, get some experience. And we are building a very strong core. But that's all we've done so far in the transfer window. We've built a strong core. We already have I've seen so many people panicking about, we haven't signed anyone to survive. There aren't any first team players that are going to help keep us in the Premier League. The squad that we have is good enough to keep us in the Premier League. You're forgetting that we won the Championship by 10 points. We were by far and away the best footballing side. The likes of Pablo Hernandez on his day, Click running the midfield, Ayling, Dallas and Alioski at fullback positions, bombing forwards and working hard to get back. Harrison, Costa on the wings, Bamford up front. We have, you know, the team that won us the championship, I reckon, is good enough on its own for survival in the Premier League. And anything that we bring in is an added bonus. It's an extra to strengthen the squad. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the signings that we've already kind of made. What are your thoughts on the Ben White saga now? Is it getting embarrassing? Is it time to walk away? I think it's time to walk away after this third bid, whatever that may be. You know, we can't let these Brighton fans banter us on social media. Leeds are a bigger club. We don't need to beg. You know, we've made a fantastic player for them. Great. Let's give ourselves enough time in the window, if we can't get Ben White over the line, to find and bring in maybe 2 other proven centre-backs for, you know, the same price. Don't get me wrong, I would love Ben White back at the club. I'm sure he would love to come back to the club. But we can't afford to be messed around with and have teams playing hardball against us. It's happened before, constantly happens. Swansea did it last year with Dan James. Teams have a penchant, you know, A, for raising their game and playing better against us, because it's us, and also messing us about in the transfer window. We can't let that happen again. Launch the third bid. Let's try and get Ben White on board. If not, my view is we're going to need to look somewhere else, and we need to give Bielsa and Orta enough time to scout the right people. So let me guys know what you think about all this, the Ben White saga, the signings we've made. Please like, comment and subscribe, all of that good stuff. I have got some improvements for kind of the video quality and mic quality, which will hopefully skyrocket things a little bit, because I'd love to kind of keep this moving forwards. So that'll be all from me. I'll bring you some more news when it drops, and hopefully it drops soon, because I'm getting a bit nervous just waiting. But until then, stay safe.